Merry Christmas. I hope you are all having a fabulous day. I hope you are doing whatever it is that you love doing. I am flippin' chuffed to be here. I am truly chuffed to be here because why not, eh? We get to hang out. Lynn, happy Christmas. Thank you for my text message. It was so beautiful. Yeah, I'm just grateful to be able to hang out with you today. I have a very chill Christmas every year. All my family are in New Zealand. Clay's family are here in Perth, but both of us are working today. So he went to work at like 3 a.m. this morning, and I'm going to work this afternoon after I've done my live. So yeah, I just thought, I know that there's a lot of people that kind of have very quiet Christmases, and why not share some human design and tarot goodness with the people who are chilling out? Maybe you're sitting on the couch with a full belly. Maybe you're sitting on the couch snuggling your fur baby. My fur baby's sitting next to me. I don't know if you can see her. Oh, you might be able to on Instagram. She's hanging out with me this morning. Hi, Ange. Yes, so good, so good. Oh, Ange, it's so good to see you. Merry Christmas. I hope you're having a good day. I hope it's super chill, super relaxing. Hi, everyone on Facebook. Shout out wherever you are in the world. Maybe you're not even in Australia. Yes. Oh, yeah, the fur babies. Absolutely amazing. Looking after us. Yep, just wanted to say Merry Christmas to you all. If you don't know me already, my name is Katie. I'm a human design coach for women in business, and I help women learn to embody their energetic gifts so they can level up, expand, and share their gifts, most importantly, without burning out. Hi, B. Merry Christmas, beautiful girl. How are you? So what I'm going to be doing today is a Christmas tarot reading for each of the 5 human design energy types, and also some personal readings. So, Byron, I hope it's nice and relaxing, hun. Oh my God. I've only been to Byron once, but beautiful. Yes, and then I'm going to do some personal readings. So if you want a personal reading, I have a huge favor to ask. Please be patient and please keep messaging me and letting me know, because I will do readings for the people that are like online, because otherwise what happens is I see old messages and do readings for people that aren't here, and that's not ideal for anyone, right? So I think this is a bit of a challenge as well, to see how long I can stay with this hat and this jumper on, because to be honest, it's like 35 degrees here in Perth. And I just thought, well, I got to get in the Christmas spirit, but I'm already sweating. So let's see how long that lasts. All right. So if you don't know anything about human design, let me give you a little bit of a rundown. It is a synthesis of astrology, the I Ching, the Kabbalah, the chakra system, and quantum physics. And all of those beautiful modalities come together to give us our human design chart, which shows you your unique energetic blueprint. It shows you your unique role in the collective and how you can work with your energy in a way that promotes ease and flow. I fell in love with human design when I was on my own personal development journey, my own manifestation journey. And so if you love manifestation, you will love human design, because it helps you understand how to invite more ease in your manifestation process. So if you don't already know your human design energy type, you can download that through the link if you're on Facebook, it's the link in the caption. If you're on Instagram, it's the link in bio. Just fill in your birth details and you'll get your human design chart. The starting point of your human design is your energy type. So in astrology, your star sign is the entry point to your natal chart, right? Like that's the thing that everyone knows, recognizes it, tells you a broad overview of your unique gifts and traits. And in human design, your energy type is that. So there are 5 different energy types, and each of them bring their own unique gifts, their own unique flavor flav. Individually, we're amazing. When we work together as a collective, we are like the Power Rangers. So my goal is to help as many people learn to embrace their human design as possible, because it just makes life easier for everyone, not just for you, but for everyone involved, your family members, your community. So yes. Download your chart if you haven't already discovered your energy type. The cool thing about that is that you'll also get 2 readings today, because I'm doing a reading for each of the 5 human design energy types, as well as the personal readings. I want to start with doing a reading for Lynn because you were here ready to go right when I jumped on, and I'm so grateful for that. So just let me know if you would like a reading on Facebook. Keep posting. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, Ren from New Zealand. I'm a Kiwi, Kiwi living in Perth. So I'm going to start by doing a reading for Lynn, and then I'm going to do a reading for human design generators. So let's dive in. Lynn, Merry Christmas. So glad that I can do a reading for you today. Let's see what comes up, what messages Spirit, Source, Universe has for you today on the 25th of December. Ooh, Seven of Pentacles, Lynn. How intriguing. Oh, okay. So the Seven of Pentacles is this. It comes up when we're being offered, or there is kind of things moving into alignment for a different opportunity. Also, like support and help, and people that want to kind of show you that you're not on your own, that you're not an island working all on your own. There are people that are kind of moving into life. How interesting, hey? Actually, as I'm saying this, I'm like, oh, this is kind of what you've been looking for a while, hey? So the Seven of Pentacles energy is this real like co-collaborative sort of energy that comes up when people are kind of seeing what you're doing. They want to offer support. They want to offer you potentially new resources or different options or different opportunities to help support you on your growth, on your journey. The trick with the Seven of Pentacles, Lynn, is sometimes that like really obvious, covert sort of, no, overt, yeah, I think overt opportunities dropping in that we've got to be careful not to overlook them as well, right? And as well, sometimes they're a little bit left field. Sometimes they're a little bit like, oh, I can't really see how that's a match for me. Like I'm not 100% sure. So Lynn, with your energy as a projector, I would say like it seems like there is going to be those sort of invitations. Now, remember those different types of invitations, the energetic invitations, the standing invitations, the direct invitations. I would say like be kind of tuned into what is kind of coming in around you at the moment. I wonder, it could even be I know how in touch with Source and Spirit you are, so you'll be in tune with this. Just be intentional with it. But I'm wondering if it is actually something to do with the Human Design Collective. Maybe this collaboration is like something that's going to bring a new opportunity. It might be something else. I don't know what else you've been working on, but there is certainly this energy of new perspectives, new help from outside, and almost like a pivot, an opportunity that's going to kind of change the way you look at a current situation, your current growth. So exciting, hey? Exciting. I encourage you, all of you, when you get your tarot readings, to just jot down some notes and have a think about it, sit with it, because right? These are messages from Source, from Spirit, and you know better than anyone else what they mean to you. So sit with them and let yourself really tune into your own intuition about how it relates to you. Beautiful energy for you today, Lynn. All right, team. Hi, Mihi. Are you from New Zealand as well? That sounds like a very Māori name. Hi, Penny. Welcome. So good to see you. Oh, yes, it is. It is, hey. And I've been seeing your new social media posts. I love them. I love that you're showing up on video. I think that's so cool. Yeah, exciting times. Hi, V. Hi, Arikisha. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Whereabouts in New Zealand are you, Mihi? Yes, it is going to be amazing. I did my journal prompts like the day that I put them in the group, Lynn, and I just haven't posted them in the group. I'll do that in the next couple of days, put my reflections. Looking forward to catching up with everyone, hey? All right, I'm going to do a reading for human design generators. Generators make up 37% of the population. I am a generator. We are the workforce energy of the collective, very well known for our capacity to work, right? But specifically on the things we love. So as a generator, one of our missions in life is to let ourselves do the work that lights us up, which is easier said than done for a lot of us who live in a world of conditioning, which says that we have to fucking make success look a certain way based on all the societal norms, all our, traumas or past life experiences, all the expectations from our family. As generators, it's part of our journey to just get fully in touch with the things that light you up and express and share your passions through those outlets. So as a generator, we have a strategy. In human design, we all have a strategy. And this is one of the tools that really supports us on our manifestation process. Our strategy is like, you can think of it like the language of the universe speaking through you. And our strategy as generators is to respond. So it's our job to be in constant openness to receiving insights and information from the world around us. Every single thing that is coming, me talking to you right now, is giving you an opportunity to tune into your body, your intuition, and know whether you're having a positive or a negative response to the external cues that are coming in. When you get a positive response, when you get excited about stuff, that's your cue to move forward towards it and invest some time, energy, and resources into whatever it might be. So it doesn't matter what it is, right? It could be like, I'm about to tell you that I've been eating fresh peach on toast with peanut butter. And that is a piece of information that you get to respond to. You're either going to go, oh, fuck, that's a bit weird, or like, that sounds delicious. Sprinkle some sea salt on it. It's delicious. Anyway, my point is, everything in your world is giving you an opportunity to respond. The positive responses are guiding you towards what you came here to express and experience in this lifetime. And any negative any negative responses that you have are ones that are guiding you away from opportunities. So it's really, really helpful. It helps you learn to trust yourself in your decision-making process and build a really beautiful relationship with the universe. So let's do a reading for generators on this fine Christmas day. All right. Yes. Okay, cool, Angela. I'll definitely do a reading for you as well. All right. Let's go for generators. Oh, the moon. Oh, well, that's kind of nice. Okay, so this is a major arcana card, right? This is a big energy that's kind of infused into the particular timeline that we're on at the moment. So it's going to be individual to you. For me, it's probably to do with my business. The moon is it's liminal space. It is like kind of when you're floating around in the void. It's the part of our manifestation process where we actually are just a little bit fucking confused. We're like, all right, well, I've set the intention. I've taken the aligned action. I'm in communication with source and spirit, but shit isn't happening. What the actual F? So when the moon comes up, it's encouragement for us to relax, to trust that there are pieces of the puzzle moving into alignment that are way outside our 3D human ability to perceive, right? And the moon wants us to just relax, stop howling at the moon, stop going crazy, scratching at the walls, trying to see, trying to control, trying to know exactly what is next. But instead, how can you relax? How can you lie on your back, float around in the pool and go like, I know that I trust that all that is unfolding is in my highest and best. I know that's one of the biggest challenges of being a human, especially when we're, trying to manifest something, when we've got really beautiful goals and intentions and visions. It can be really hard to release control because you're a human, right? But let me tell you, the moon wants you to know that in the relaxing, things start moving into alignment. You get to rest, you get to recuperate, you get to look after yourself. So instead of searching for answers, why not spend some time looking after yourself? Why not spend some time relaxing, floating around in the pool, doing all those sorts of things, hand it over to the universe, have a conversation with the universe, say like, I don't know what's happening, but I trust, and just look after yourself. So beautiful energy for generators. It's not the easiest to navigate. I'm not going to BS you. It's not the easiest because our brains hate unknowns, but you get to choose to relax, right? And often when the moon comes up, it's that catalyst for like, yes, let me relax. Merry Christmas, Yana. Woot, woot. How are you going there in Wellington? I hope it's a beautiful day there. I hope it's not too windy. I think my sister's in Wellington. She lives there, but I think she's actually there today for Christmas. So I hope you're having an amazing day. I'm so glad that you came onto my live. I just did a reading for human design generators, Yana. So I actually don't know what your human design energy type is. I can't remember. But it was the moon. You might have to rewind to look at the replay, but I'm definitely keen to do a reading for you. I'm going to do a reading for Joe Allen now on Facebook, and then I'm going to do one for Angela on Instagram. Thanks so much for your patience, everyone. Joe Allen, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Happy Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Do you know your human design energy type? And if you don't, make sure you download your chart. I'm just going to click the link, pop the link in the chat because I think that's really helpful for a lot of people. Sorry, team. We have plenty of time. Where are you? Oh, God. Oh, there you are. All right, there we go. If you want your human design chart, I've just dropped the link in the chat on Facebook. If you're on, oh, you're a generator. Yes, you might have to rewind and watch the generator replay, Yana, but I'll do a reading. I'll do a personal reading for you if you want one. All right, so download your chart. It's in the link in bio on Instagram and it's in the chat on Facey. All right, Joe, thank you so much for joining me. And let's see what messages come through for you today. This beautiful Christmas day. Joe. Oh, another Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles, Joe. Oof, this is about support. This is about asking for support and not being so proud that you are not willing to say, like, I kind of need some resources right now. I kind of need some money. I need some extra time. I need someone to do the freaking dishes for me. Joe, this is about really trusting in the benevolent nature of the universe and knowing that there are resources. If you're feeling a little bit like overwhelmed, a little bit like you don't have everything you need to be able to infuse or to support your manifestation process, the 6 of Pentacles is like there is actually more out there for you. But this card comes up when we definitely need to be asking for support. Like, what is your relationship to letting other people take some of the load or give you stuff, right? Like whether it be money, whether it be cooking you a meal, whether it be giving you some time so that you can put it into keep your time for yourself, to look after yourself and all that sort of stuff. The big message here, Joe, is that don't be afraid of asking for support. So I wonder what is going on in your world right now. Do you feel like you have been saying to your loved ones or your community that like, yep, I'm working towards bringing a vision to life, but I can't do it all on my own right now and I actually need something. If you're in business, maybe it's that you need to do a sale so that you can create more income so that you can, or start actively offering your services so that you can create more income to then invest back into your business. If it's just about your family life, maybe it's that you do need to sort of start looking at chunking your finances into buckets so that you can create some resources to apply to your manifestation process. I hope that makes sense. But also knowing, like I said, we live in a benevolent universe. There is always support when we're open to it and open to receiving it. Sometimes we actually need to verbalize that and take control a little bit, you know? So awesome energy for you today, Joe. Like, know that you are supported and that sometimes we just need to ask for that support. Hi, Tracy. Merry Christmas. How are you? Hi, Sandy. Merry Christmas. So glad that you're here. All right, so I'm going to do a reading for Angela now, and then I'll do a reading for manifesting generators. So if you're a manifesting generator, your reading is coming up very soon. Oh, cool. All right, I'll definitely do a reading for you, Yana. Sorry. Whoops. Yep, the sweat is pouring down my leg. I'm committed though. I'm wearing this jumper on this 35-degree day just for you. Water, because I'm flying this afternoon. All right. You're welcome, Joe. Have a great Christmas. Thanks for joining me here. All right. This is for Angela. Let's see what comes through for you. Beautiful Byron Bay. Angela. Oh, Angela. Justice, the goddess Athene. She is, well, in the card of Justice, Angela, this is a call to find balance between our critical thinking and our soul and our intuition. It's a call to apply our critical thinking to the decision-making process. And you can see in this card, there's so much balance, right? There's the black and the white. There's the columns up the side. She's holding on to some scales, and she's got an owl sitting on her shoulder, right? This is to represent wisdom, with your own inner wisdom. So the upright sword is representing the sharpness of your logical mind, and it is really about careful consideration before you move forward, applying not just your gut instincts, which we know are so vital. And I know you've got a beautiful connection with spirit and with your intuition. This card in particular really wants you to have both, right? Do not lean too heavily on one or the other. Often it comes up when it's like, oh, you probably need to look at that with a bit more, what's the word? I want to say with a fine-tooth comb. Like, don't go into any contracts too hastily. Don't go into any contracts without knowing the intricacies of it. But actually, Athene is, not only is she an incredible warrior, she's incredibly strong, she's also very creative. And I think sometimes we can kind of think that sort of left brain critical thinking means that we have to stamp out the creativity, but actually, especially in the card of Justice, it's like apply both and let that be the creativity, right? Like looking at things from new perspectives, zooming out a little bit so that you can see a potentially tricky or maybe not even tricky, but like a very major decision. Zoom out a little bit so that you have the clarity you need to be able to apply your critical thinking and your intuition and infuse those both, like find the balance to be able to do that. I hope that makes sense. It is a really beautiful card. It might be, Justice is a major arcana card too, Ange. So this means it is kind of overarching. This is beyond between now and the end of the year. This is kind of like asking you to infuse that energy over a major sort of timeline that you're on at the moment. So whether it be business or life, something in particular that's going on in life, it is going to be infused. I can't give you a time frame, but I think you will know better than I do what that applies to. So yeah, it is a call to really, I would say, double down on practices that allow you to combine your critical thinking and your intuition, and to be able to get clarity around any major decisions that you are kind of moving through right now. Hope that helps. So grateful that you're here. All right, let's go with, oh, you completed the download, Christine. What energy type are you? Sandy, yes, Sandy from New Zealand. Merry Christmas. Thank you for being here. All right, I think I was going to do manifesting generators, but we're going to do a reading for you, Sandy, and then I'll do a reading for manifesting generators. I'd love to do a reading for you, Haley. Keep posting, everyone, and thank you so much for your patience. Keep posting because I'll definitely get through as many as I can. Sandy, let's see what comes up for you. Sandy. Oh, 6 of Wands, celebration. Okay, so Sandy, this is like, you can see Jason here. He's holding the golden throne above his head. He's got people behind him celebrating him, being like, oh, okay, this guy knows what he's on about. I'm going to start backing him. So in this journey that Jason has been on, he has had to prove himself. He's had a lot of struggle. He's had to fight for his creative venture, right? The wands are to do with our creative visions, the fire in our belly, the thing that what we came here to express and experience in this lifetime. And Jason has achieved huge success in this card. So this is really a call for you to like give yourself a little bit of a fist bump and be like, yeah, girl, I have achieved some goals. Maybe it's a call, Sandy, into reflecting over what has unfolded for you in 2023 and knowing that this has been a major year for you, a major year where you've overcome some challenges and you've got the evidence you need to know that you're able to to move through hard times, move through any sort of doubt, any sort of difficulties, and come out the other side really strong. And also in the sixth, it's like this is kind of the start of the next phase for you, the start of the next phase where actually people are starting to recognize how incredible you sharing your gifts and your talents are, and they want to get on board and support you and help grow. So Sandy, overall, this Six of Wands is really a beautiful opportunity for you to reflect on everything that you've come through throughout 2023. What wisdom have you gained? And celebrate the success. Celebrate where you are today, knowing that this is kind of the next platform for you to leap off. Now, something interesting about generators and manifesting generators is that we have what's called a stair-step learning curve. So what often happens with generators and manifesting generators, Sandy, this might be applicable to you. 70% of the population are generator types. So there's a good chance that you might be a generator or a manifesting generator if you don't already know. But the stair-step learning curve shows up in our outer reality as we quite often will develop our skills quite naturally, and then we'll get to a plateau. And this plateau is often where manifesting generators in particular will throw in the towel because they think, oh, it's not in alignment. This resistance that I'm feeling is because it's not in alignment. And I really want to tell you that is not always the case. And that's why understanding your strategy and authority in human design can really help you navigate those times of resistance. Because often when we get to the plateau in the learning, it's not that we are not capable of leveling up. It's not that we're not capable of continuing after this success. It's actually that we just need to double down on either developing our skills, practicing our skills, getting outside support from people that are maybe one step ahead of you, that can support you, that can help show you the way, help unlock something within you that you didn't even know that you had, So gens and man-gens out there, if you experience a plateau in your learning or your business or whatever you're manifesting, please don't give up too quickly. I would say let yourself sit in the space, that moon energy of not knowing the next step, knowing that sometimes the next step is actually to practice, to upskill, to get support. Do you know what I mean? So beautiful. All right, let's do a reading for manifesting generators, and then I'm going to do a reading for Yana on Instagram. Yes, I know, huge. Yeah, it is huge energy, justice. And that's what I was thinking. You've got some really big decisions. And I think that, honestly, Angela, a mentor of mine, a tarot mentor of mine, her name's Lindsay Mack. She runs Soul Tarot School. She talks about, oh gosh, what was I thinking? She talks about justice. And she talks about the major arcana as she talks about the tarot cards as anchors, as holding them as a way to support. So like putting them on your altar so that each day you kind of see them and are remembering to invoke their energy, right? Because that's what they're there to do. The cards, the images are there to support us on our life journey. So what I was getting at is, as an anchor for you through this time and through the start of 2024, it might be like change your screensaver on your computer or your phone or whatever to Justice or Goddess Athene or something like that reminds you to like keep in touch with that balance, right? Anything that reminds you to keep in touch with that balance, to maintain your practices that allow you to trust your critical thinking and infuse your intuition into it as well. Also, keep doing the work using your strategy and authority like we talked about. That will be really helpful as well. So yeah, exciting. All right, so I'm doing a reading for manifesting generators, and then I'm going to do a reading for Yana. All right, man-gens make up 33% of the population. They're a beautiful combination of manifestor and generator energy, the only energy type that is a combination. All right, here we go. Ooh, Three of Swords. Oh, man-gens, it's not the easiest energy, but it is necessary energy, and we always get the cards that we need, right? All right, so with the Three of Swords, we are being invited to do something we've been putting off that is on the other side of that is growth, but it feels really hard, right? So there is a tension around it. Three of Swords invites us to kind of take the rose-colored glasses off, or not even take the rose-colored glasses off, but just kind of pull your tummy control undies up, take a deep breath, and move into a conversation or an action that has felt really overwhelming and scary. And I say really overwhelming and scary, not in a danger sort of way, but in a like, we know that it's actually just our fear of other people's responses or upsetting other people, or fear of enforcing our own boundaries that's making it feel sort of anxious or hard, not because we're actually in physical danger, right? Just so we're clear. But the Three of Swords wants you to kind of move through that difficult challenge. It's a nod to say like, it's time. And if you're feeling now, keep thinking about my heart, and it is because we need practices to protect our heart, to help us feel brave enough to have the hard conversations, to feel brave enough to enforce our boundaries. Or, you know, this could be actually like saying goodbye to a friend who is no longer in alignment with you anymore, putting some boundaries up with family members. Often this time of year is a really important time to do that. So yeah, you can see the energy is like, fuck, why can't we just have celebratory energy? On the other side of this is a bit of freedom for you, right? It's a bit of like moving forward, knowing that, okay, I've energetically cut cords with something that is no longer in my highest and best, right? So manifesting generators, Three of Swords, I invite you into a process of kind of checking in with anything that you have been kind of putting off, delaying for fear of upsetting other people, other people's reactions, and know that this is encouragement to kind of go forth, because on the other side of that, there is growth, right? All right, so Three of Swords for manifesting generators. All right, now I'm going to do a reading for Yana. Oh, I'm so glad, Christine. Amazing. Oh, I'm so glad, Sandy. Merry Christmas. I'm so grateful that you came and hung out. All right, Rosanna, I'm going to do a reading for you after Jana's. Yana, thank you so much again for being here. I'm chuffed. All right, let's see what comes up. I am sweating. I actually had a sauna this morning as well. My body, my circulation is going to be just so good. My skin is going to be glowing from all of this. All right. Okay, Yana, let's see what comes up. What are you doing today, Yana? Do you celebrate Christmas? All right. Yana. Oh, Yana. 10 of Pentacles. Mwah. Oh, it's beautiful energy. Look at it. Look at it. So good. Okay, so the 10 of Pentacles is that like, I'm exhaling, because it is really the end of a manifestation process. It's almost like, and I wondered if you have a yearly sort of goal setting, intention setting, goals for your business, that sort of thing. This is to do with our 3D reality, what we have manifested into our 3D reality. And it is a celebratory card, Yana, that is like long-term sustainable success. This is the sort of celebration that we get to have when we're kind of like, we've got momentum. We're no longer in the spring phase of whatever it is that we're creating, right? So, you know, the spring phase of your manifestation process. We're no longer in the huge growth phase either. Not to say that you won't be in the huge growth phase again, but this is like, this card is in acknowledgement of the strong foundations you've laid, and also a little nod to like, yeah, girl, you got that like sustainable foundations to move forward from. Really, honestly, from the deepest part of my heart, Jana, I feel like this is just an opportunity for you to like give yourself the nod and be in reverence for what you have created for yourself. It is a minor arcana card, so that means that it is in relation to a smaller time frame, I guess, or a more I want to say micro timeline. So one part of a manifestation. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it is a beautiful nod. And now, you know, the way my brain thinks as a coach, right? So now with the 10 of Pentacles, what we want to be doing with that is giving ourselves space to relax. You can relax in your business a little bit. You can relax in whatever it is that you've manifested. enjoy it. Don't be so hasty to just zoom on past. Don't be so hasty to I know it's the time of year where we're planning ahead and we're setting intentions, we're sowing seeds again, but don't be so hasty to forget to celebrate, right? There is this real energy of hey, joy in the journey, focus on how far you've come, what you've created, all those sorts of things. And then once you've felt like you've had, I honestly love to have a little bit of ritual about this as well to mark the occasion. And then once you feel I've fucking soaked up all that goodness, then you can see how all that you've come through, where you're at now, and how you can infuse that into the next step. Because after this is the beginning of the next cycle, right? So beautiful. All right. Rosanna, thanks so much for joining me here today. Happy Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. Very glad to be able to connect with you here. Hi, Haley. I'd love to do a reading for you. You guys, if I have missed you so far, please keep messaging me because I will do readings from the bottom of the chat just so that I make sure that whoever's getting a reading is still around. Oh, you're so welcome. Oh, you're in a post-trifle coma. I love it. So good. It's so funny. I'm going to work this afternoon and I said to Clay yesterday, lucky we're both working because we've got no freaking food in the pantry. There is no big Christmas feast for us, but we do get fed at work. We get our crew meals. I usually don't eat them, to be honest. They're not very healthy, so I'll probably take a protein bar and drink a Hydrolyte. I'm very non-traditional in many aspects. All right, let's go, Rosanna. This is for you. Oh, temperance, Rosanna. Okay, you guys, I might have to take my hat off soon because I'm about to. Rosanna, temperance. Oh, okay. So temperance is. Temperance often comes up when, first of all, our spirit guides are around us, right? It is a little bit of a cheer squad going hey, girl, we've got you. We're here. There's messages. Look up, look up and don't be so focused. Don't be so, that energy of when you're walking and you might be in the most beautiful place in nature and all of a sudden you realize you've just been looking at your feet. You've been on this beautiful journey. There's birds everywhere. The sky's blue. The trees are rustling. And you've been looking at your fucking feet. And you're why am I not taking all in my beautiful surrounds? This is kind of the energy here. And also temperance wants us to find emotional strength through balance, right? There is a call to nurture your emotional state, Rosanna. Find balance. Let your emotions flow. Don't be so hasty to ignore any bluesy or less desirable emotions. I haven't found a good way to explain negative emotions, to be honest, because I don't think any emotion is negative. I think there's ones that feel good and there's ones that feel shit. And they're all just as worthy as being honored. And often when temperance comes up, Rosanna, it's stop trying to avoid any of the emotions and start welcoming them and letting them flow through you so that you can find strength in your emotions because there is so much wisdom in them, right? I've mentioned this quite a lot lately, but I've recently read The Emotional Detox, and I'm mentioning it to as many people as possible because I think most of humanity needs to read that book. It really helps you learn to understand your emotional state, claim your emotional state, transmute your emotional state into power. If you, on your human design chart, have an undefined emotional solar plexus, you might find that you get taken for a ride on other people's emotions very easily. Often you will recognize yourself as an empath, and which is amazing. It's one of your superpowers. But our trick as people with undefined emotional solar plexus on your human design chart is to learn to have really strong emotional boundaries. And the Emotional Detox will support you in that for sure. So Rosanna, the message from temperance is look up, but notice that you are supported, take in the beauty around you and use that as a way to help you transmute your emotions. Don't try and avoid any emotional states. They're all worthy of being recognized, acknowledged, transmuted into power. Also, Rosanna, I always encourage people, if you feel like you are in an emotional state that is really overwhelming and feeling really particularly painful, please get support. You're not alone. You don't need to be alone. There are helplines, there are friends, there are family, all those things. It's a gift to yourself to reach out for support when you're trying to navigate tricky emotions. So beautiful energy, Rosanna. Like any energy that's calling us into reverence of our emotions, I think is just amazing. All right, I'm going to do a reading for human design projectors now, and then after that, I'm going to do a reading for Christine. And let me know on Instagram if there's anyone else on there that would like a reading. Oh, shoot. Oh, my back. Oh, Yana, I need to do some of your mobility exercises. Right. I did Les Mills body attack yesterday, and I haven't done it for a while. I was doing tuck jumps and stuff like that, which I love them. But it's funny, when you haven't done it in a while, your body's like, oh, okay, this is different. All right, projectors. Projectors make up 20% of the population. Projectors are here to show us new, upgraded ways of doing things. They have a beautiful talent for having unique perspectives on things. And in terms of the collective, if it wasn't for projectors, we would all be stuck in old ways of thinking and doing things. We would not have things like AI, I don't think. Maybe that's not completely true, but that's the sort of energy that projectors have. It's like, oh, this is a cool way of doing something, but we could do it better, and I can see how, right? That's one of projectors' beautiful gifts. Now, projectors' strategy is to wait for an invitation. And that can be really tricky for projectors because they often have incredible insights that they just want to shout from the rooftops. But as a projector, it's part of your journey to really tune into who and what really wants to hear your insights, and know that you don't need to waste your breath. You don't need to waste your energy on people that don't want to hear your insights. Save them for the people that do. All right, so let's do a reading for human design projectors. And if you haven't got your human design chart, you can absolutely download that now from the chart, the captions in Facebook and the bio and Instagram. Projectors. Ooh, projectors, 5 of Cups. Well, the 5 of Cups is a turning point for sure. There are some spilled cups, you see, and there is Eros running away in the background. Psyche has just had her rose-colored glasses pulled off. And all right, so how can you use the 5 of Cups, projectors? This is the energy of disruption, a pivot point, something that is ready to change, something that is like there is something that needs to be seen, that there might have been, I'm going to use the word deceit, but it's not necessarily deceit because often it's with ourselves. It's like we haven't necessarily dug deep enough to see the truth that was waiting to be unveiled. And in the 5 of Cups, the truth has come out, right? The truth has come to light. What was hidden is now fully illuminated, which can feel freaking ick, right? Sometimes when it's things that we don't want to hear, things that we don't want to believe. And the message is, though, that there is one cup still standing, lots has spilled. So there is lots of things that have sort of broken away, are ready to be gone, are ready to be surrendered, let go, that sort of full moon. What do I need to release in order to welcome more? There is that energy in there as well, but there is still hope. And actually everything was not for nothing. That is one of the big messages. This isn't all like doom and gloom and disaster. It's more like, okay, well, now we can actually see where we are with a lot more clarity. Now we can actually see what we're left with. And now that we've got the full picture, we're able to move forward. Quite interesting for projectors as well, because you do have that incredible ability to zoom out and see things from a new perspective. So projectors, the 5 of Cups energy is really inviting you into maybe, just reflecting on like what has come to light recently that is in service of you moving forward. What do you need to say goodbye to? And there is sadness often around that, and that can feel, tense in our bodies. What do we need to do to let go? And also, what is that one cup that's still standing? How are you going to use that energy to move forward? Totally tricky. All right. So let's see. What the heck is that? I don't know what that is. Spammers. Gross. All right. So that was projectors. It was the 5 of Cups. And now I'm going to do a reading for Christine. Welcome, Christine. Happy Christmas. I hope you are well. Let's see what comes through for you today. Oh, shoot. Oof, Christine, the Tower. All right, this is shift. This is like the moments in life where things change in a way that they can never be the same again. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's good or bad, but it does mean that life as you know it is going to shift. It's like when an earthquake comes and rocks the foundations of our house, and it's never quite the same. It doesn't mean that it's worse. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's better. And often it means that we get to rebuild with more of what we actually want, right? So Christine, when the Tower comes up, it is really a little bit of a like, well, how can I steady myself while the ground is rocking beneath me? How can I let myself be okay with the movement? How can I let myself, what supports do I need to really, protect myself from the shifts? Often when the Tower comes up, it's actually coming up because we might have been resisting the shift. We might have been, all the New Zealanders out here, you'll know Wellington is on shaky ground, and the buildings there have got those, like the Beehive has got those foam, it's not really foam, but it's like squishy structures in between the hard levels of concrete. And the reason, because it absorbs the energy and moves, helps the concrete that is so rigid be more flexible, right? And Christine, when the Tower comes up, it's like, what squishiness do we need? What squishiness do we need to absorb as the shaking ground goes? And what I'm talking about is often support, right? Therapy or support from our loved ones to be able to know that like life may not be the same, but that's okay. And you can bring some structures into your life to help you move with that, to help you flow with it. I hope that helps, Christine. It is really interesting. And you know what? You might not be feeling right now like there is any huge transitions. And so what I would say to you, if you're not experiencing any sort of like shaky ground, it might be that you just, it's like preparatory work, develop the routines and rituals into your day-to-day life so that when the change does happen, when things do start shifting, you've actually already got such solid structures. Your nervous system is well supported. Your emotional state is well supported, so that you can take any shifts as in your stride, right? With super woman power. Like, yeah, I got this. Like, I know I can cry when I need to cry. I know that I can scream when I need to scream, and I know that I'm going to be okay out the other side of it. Do you know what I mean? All right. Merry Christmas, Christine. Thanks for being here. All right, so now I'm going to do a reading for reflectors, and then, I'm so glad, Christine. Look after yourself. Tara, here you go. That's good. All right, I'm going to do a reading for reflectors, and then I'm going to do a reading for Tara. Now, reflectors, beautiful reflectors, make up 1% of the population. They are certainly a rarity, and in my experience, reflectors are incredibly insightful humans that have a really beautiful ability to see bigger pictures, not necessarily in the same way as projectors, kind of a certain level of being able to connect in with broader visions and bigger hopes. Now, one of the gifts that reflectors bring to the collective is that they reflect back to us how we're doing as a society, how we are, if we're living up to our full potential, if we are, if we're living up to our full potential, if we're expressing our full potential. Reflectors their not self theme is disappointment, which happens when they are with people or in situations that aren't necessarily as, living up to the strength of all that they could be. Reflectors' strategy, which is how we're designed to attract opportunities and synchronicities, is actually to wait a full lunar cycle, 28-day cycle for reflectors to get clarity on major life decisions. Super interesting, hey? Merry Christmas, Marlene. Thanks for being here. All right, let's do a reading for reflectors. All right. Ooh. Three of Swords, same as Manjins. So 3 of Swords for the reflectors. This is that energy of doing the thing that's been put off, right? I won't give you the full rundown because Manjin's got it as well. So it's very similar. Is there anything new to add to reflectors? I think the biggest thing for reflectors, having no defined energy centers on your human design chart, when we have these sort of moments in time where we are being called to move through discomfort, energetic and emotional sort of boundaries are so vital, always, right? Always, always, always. But particularly in times where we are like, fuck, I've got to move through some resistance right now. I've got to do a hard thing. Like, don't underestimate the power of daily grounding rituals, especially reflectors, because you've got your undefined G center, which is your personality crystal. That can mean that sometimes you might feel yourself getting pulled in different directions, living out other people's visions and that sort of thing. Like daily grounding rituals to get back in touch with what is actually important to you, where do you actually want to be spending your energy, So the 3 of Swords for reflectors, what I want to say to you is, like, the 3 of Swords comes up when it's like it's time to move through some resistance, often in relation to tricky situations with other people or external entities that we really need to enforce some sort of boundary to protect ourselves, to protect our heart, and to look after ourselves over and above other people. All right. Reflectors, 3 of Swords. Okay, Tara, let's do a reading for you. I'm so excited that you're here. I don't think I've seen you before on my lives. My name is Katie. I'm a human design coach for women in business, and I come live as often as I can to do human design insights and tarot. If you are interested in human design, you can download your human design chart through the link in the caption. Follow me on Instagram at Level Up with Katie B. There's lots of free resources there as well. Actually, I've got some awesome free resources at the moment. So definitely head over to at Level Up with Katie B, because there's some downloads in the link in my bio that will be really helpful for you to get to know your design a bit more. All right, Tara, let's see what comes up for you. Do you know your human design energy type? Hi, Eilish. Is it Eilish? What a beautiful name. All right, let's see. Oh, 6 of Pentacles. Okay. Isn't it funny? There's always a theme. Tara, the 6 of Pentacles. It is the energy of trusting in the benevolent nature of the universe, knowing that there is resources that are there to be for you to use in your manifestation process. Often the 6 of Pentacles comes up, Tara, when we might be feeling a little bit in lack, that we don't have everything we need to create, that we don't have everything we need. Look, the typical example would be when you're just fucking waiting for the lotto numbers, right? Like Jesus, if I could just win lotto, then everything would be better. Now, the 6 of Pentacles is like, it's kind of there to remind us, like, to be creative, to know that there is support. And lotto's not the only way, right? Asking for support is a huge part of 6 of Pentacles. And sometimes that support might actually be, like, if you are feeling that you don't have the resources you need to create right now, sometimes it's actually like advice from other people, right? Like, what do other people see that I could use, or ways that I haven't thought of that I can use to create more resources for myself? I have just, I shouldn't be saying this because I'm actually not launching until January, but I've just recorded my podcast episode, and so I'm so excited about it. I have a podcast as well if you want to listen. It's called the Level Up with Katie B podcast. I'm launching Side Hustle Startup School next year, and it is a place for you to start your side hustle without any of the confusion. And, this Six of Pentacles energy is kind of perfect for that energy of starting a new side hustle or wondering if a side hustle might be a good option for you to welcome more abundance in the new year. Because the reason I say that is because a lot of people don't think of starting a side hustle because they don't think they have the time or the resources, but actually you probably do. And, what if, right? Anyway, that's not to say, Tara, that necessarily a side hustle is like what you're being called to do, but what you are being called to do is trust that there is resources. And sometimes we just need to be a little bit creative and also ask for support. You don't have to try and squirrel around and do it all yourself, right? I hope that helps. All right. Next up, I am going to do a reading for manifestors, and then I'm going to do a reading for Eilish. I think I said that right. Yes, I know. So good. Hey, I'm grateful to be here, to be honest. I don't have children, so my Christmas day is perhaps not as energetic as a lot of people's is. I am going to work at my day job this afternoon. My husband's already at work. And I'm just grateful to be able to connect with you. Yes. Oh, so good, Tara. Have a great Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. I feel like my hat's a bit lopsided, hey? Anyway. All right, team. We got this. 5 minutes to go. So I'm going to do, I think I'll have time for 2 more readings. So I'm going to do manifestors. Manifestors make up 8% of the population. They're the trailblazers of the collective. They are here to show us new ways of being, new creative ways of being, visionaries. And something interesting about manifestors is that they don't have access to sustainable workforce energy quite like generators and manifesting generators do. So just like projectors, manifestors have to really be conscious of their physical energy and how they spend it, right? Like not over investing their physical energy, making time to rest. Yep. So let's see what comes up for manifestors. Oh, Page of Swords. Oh, that's fresh energy, hey? Look at this fresh air, fresh intellectual energy, fresh ways of looking at things. So the pages are the babies of the tarot. They're like that really beautiful, playful energy, that energy that we get when we're in the midst of almost like creation, but with not a lot of direction. the dreaming phase, the conjuring, starting to give direction to quantum particles, right? With the Page of Swords, though, there is this energy of like new ways of thinking, new perspectives, new giving life to a different way of thinking, giving life to creating space in maybe outdated stories that you might have been held on to. The stories that we tell ourselves, things like, I'm not smart enough, I'm not talented enough, all those sorts of things, those crazy stories that we tell ourselves. The Page of Swords is like, there's a gap. There's starting to be this light through some maybe previously unhelpful stories. And what can you do to breathe more life into that? What can you do to really embrace that and take the ball and run with it? Because you know what, so often if we're feeling stuck in life or we're feeling like there's a lot of resistance, it's actually not because we can't. It's not because there is a block. It's not because we have done anything bad. It's just that we need to create space in our brain to be in, to tap into a new perspective, to start rewriting our stories. And the Page of Swords is super supportive of that. So manifestors, this is a chance. Like, what old stories are you ready to be like, it's done. I've had enough of that. I'm no longer saying this about myself. I choose this. This is the Page of Swords, that playful, like, let me just, even if I don't fully believe this new story, let me just try it on. Let me just try it on and see how it goes, right? What's the harm? Beautiful energy. All right, Page of Swords. Okay, let's do a reading for Eilish. Thank you so much for your patience. Merry Christmas, Vivian. Thank you so much for joining me. All right, team, let's go. Eilish, let's see. Do you know what human design energy type you are, Eilish? Ugh. Okay. Here we go. Oh my God, you guys. Eilish, if you are a manifesting generator or a reflector, then this is definitely a solid sort of message that is coming through loud and clear. But even if you're not, the Three of Swords is really about moving through some sort of resistance, some sort of something that you've been putting off that is really in support of you protecting your own emotional, energetic, physical boundaries, right? So the Three of Swords, it's not a very pleasant card to look at, to be honest. I don't love it. I don't love the graphics, but it is thought-provoking, and that is what the tarot is about, right? Like opening us up to previously kind of untapped or unseen potentials. And the reason this card looks so grim is because it feels that way. Often it feels really painful. It feels like, fuck, my heart, I can't do this. It feels really, and that's why we haven't done it, because we haven't felt strong enough emotionally, usually, to do something that needed to be done. Now, what I would say, Eilish, is this card comes up as a message to show us, like, you have everything you need. Don't forget to welcome and support, do all the things that help you stay emotionally strong as you really enforce a boundary that needs to be enforced. Have a tricky conversation. Say no to someone. Often this is just about saying no when perhaps we've been saying yes for too long, when we've been meaning no, right? So Eilish, I'd really encourage you to maybe get a little bit inquisitive about, like, is there something that you may have been putting off that you know that on the other side of it, you're going to feel like a 10-ton brick has been lifted off your shoulders? And if so, like, it's okay that it feels icky, you're strong enough, and really encourage you to get any sort of support that you need to navigate that. All right, Mihi, I'm going to do a reading for you, and then I'm going to sign off because I have to head off to work. I'm so grateful that you guys got to hang out today. Hi, Mezzo. Hi, Greg. Merry Christmas. Hi, Himan. I hope I'm saying that right. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. All right, Mihi, thanks so much for joining me. Thanks so much for your patience. I've just realized that you have been here from the beginning, and I'm so grateful for that. Truly just so chuffed to be able to connect with you guys all on Christmas Day. I do come live as often as I can. You can follow me at Level Up with Katie B on Instagram and on Facebook. I have a lot of free resources there to help you on your human design journey. I do personal tarot readings and personal human design readings. I got so many good things for you that you can get in amongst. My podcast is an incredible resource. Lots of free human design insights, business insights through that. It's called the Level Up with Katie B podcast. All right, Mihi, let's see what comes through for you. Oh, another beautiful 10 of Pentacles. This is celebration, Mihi. This is celebration at the end of a beautiful creative cycle. So bizarre. Like, often on my lives, you guys who tune in often to my lives will know, often cards come up multiple times. And I do think it's because we are here collectively, right? We are beautiful individually, but we're a collective energy. And so I think it's really lovely that we often get messages that are supportive of all of us. The 10 of Pentacles, Mihi, it's like, let yourself celebrate the end of a beautiful creative process. I don't know what 2023 has been like for you. What I would say, whether it has been challenging AF or whether it has been the most beautiful year for you, the 10 of Pentacles is like, let yourself just relax and celebrate how far you have come. Celebrate, take stock of everything that you have manifested this year, whether it be, things like a new car, a new job, a new partner. Maybe you've got a new beautiful hobby that you've brought to life. Maybe you've started a new business, whatever it may be, Mihi, like, let yourself revel in the bliss of it, because this card is in honor of long-term sustainable success. It's here to show you that you've actually done so much incredible groundwork, so all the hard work that you've done, like it is, the fruits are here, right? Like they're blossoming. You have so much beauty in this card, so much opulence, so much family and love and joy. And look, again, if you don't feel like you're surrounded by that, if you don't feel like you're in that phase of the manifestation process, often the 10 of Pentacles is actually here to invite you into just being in reverence of what you have, because what you have is already amazing, right? Like it is truly that, kind of Eckhart Tolle inspiration, the energy of being grounded in how much beauty is already in your life. And what a beautiful time of year to have that reminder, right? All right. I hope that helps, Mihi. You guys, Merry freaking Christmas. Thanks for being here. I'm just so grateful to be able to connect with you through the wonderful world of the internet. So chuffed that I got to do some readings for you today. I hope you have a beautiful, relaxing day, and I'll see you next time. Mwah! Goodbye.